Hey, this is Don Kaplan with the New York Daily News, and I'm here with my old friend Dave Salmoni from Animal Planet, and we're talking about Monster Week, which is going on right now for the next at least 9 days, and we're completely surrounded by predators. Taking a look, Dave, this
John,
is...
why don't you hold this for him?
What, this?
This is a binturong, and this is a female named Olga.
What could you tell me about her?
Now, binturongs are Southeast Asian animals. Oh yeah, she likes that. Give it to her. There, have it. It's a monitor lizard.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so that's a monitor lizard, and he is also Southeast Asian. This guy, Asian monitor.
Can I pat him?
Yeah, the back is always the best place to pat for any of these animals. So these are sort of, I wouldn't say, I don't pull favorites, but certainly at this point.
Look at that.
This is a black leopard. Hi, sweetheart.
Wow.
Good girl. Get that claw out of my shirt.
Oh, there she goes.
Why don't you sit there? Yeah, you tell her. So you sit there. Now, it's a good girl. So that's her just saying, I want to run. I want to play. I want to see new things. Just try.
Should I be standing on the other side of you, away from the
mouth?
Yeah, that's
And I typically try to just hold him as comfortable as I can to make him feel good. I can touch his back.
How do you make an alligator comfortable?
Well, this guy, if he feels like he's being held properly, he'll just relax like this. Obviously, the first thing you're going to notice is she's on my shoulders. The reason she's on my shoulders is that they're arboreal, meaning they like to hang out in trees. She's designed to go up in trees. Her wrists actually bend backwards when she goes down trees. For this tail here, see this big tail, Don? It's prehensile, so that means she can use it as an extra hand, basically. You see how she's wrapping around? That's all helping her climb really, really well.
Wow.
Also, interestingly, we just found out that they actually do have venom in their mouths. So if you do get bit by one of these guys,
venom?
You're envenomated. Now, as you get your fingers closer and closer to her mouth, the one thing that it is interesting to note, she's super sweet, but binturongs in general, if they get angry, they're very aggressive. Very, very aggressive.
Is that why they call it, they're also called bear cats?
Absolutely. Get that banana up there. It's a bear cat. So it's neither a bear nor a cat.
We've seen lots of alligators. What is Curly like to eat?
Curly will eat pretty much, once again, anything that gets close enough to those jaws.
So let's just put our hands back here.
So he sort of sits in wait. You know, he's got that dark back. That dark back is because he's usually in dark water, right? And he's going to sit in dark water, just put that nose and those eyes above the water, and the rest of it's going to hide underwater. He's going to sit there and wait. And anything that comes in striking distance, if it looks like it's the right size, Curly will grab it. You know, one of my favorite things about these guys is when they do kill something, they like to climb it into trees. They can take something 5 times their own weight into a tree.
And what does she weigh now?
Oh, her no. I bet you she's not 50 pounds, maybe 50 or 60.
And eventually she'll be
150 when she's full grown. Now, my favorite thing about them, if you pat her back and smell it, smell your hand.
It's like popcorn.
Right?
It smells like popcorn.
So you see he's starting to shed. See how it's darker up here? He shed some of that off, but some of this is just skin coming off. So yeah.
How big could a lizard like this actually get in the wild?
This is about as big as they get. They don't get much bigger than this. This is a big monitor lizard.
And what do they like to eat?
As I say, like this guy is going to chase down rodents or birds or raid nests or find carrion, or they're a generalist. They'll eat whatever they want.
Now, how big could Curly eventually get? I mean,
this
is a baby. This is a little baby, right?
This is a little guy. So he's sort of in the teenage years, this size. And
so he's trouble right there.
Yeah, he's trouble. He's trouble. He's a good trouble, but he could be trouble. They can get to be 16 feet, 800 pounds. You know, they get big, big, big. I'm certainly not going to hold Curly at a full-grown state.
I would hope not. How much does this?
She's about 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
And binturongs typically, and their biggest are 60. There we go.
She's a little.
So she's big.
She's a little fat.
Yeah, she's a little. No, she's solid. Muscle weighs a lot more than fat.
That's something else.
So
I mean, that's a predator.
She's web foot. I mean, this is probably the only chance you're gonna get to hold a predator's foot like this, an alligator's foot. You grab it, hold it up. See, this guy's a great swimmer. So when this guy gets in the water, he uses those feet to propel him, and this big tail. This arm, you see how it just tucks nicely up against his belly, and then they wiggle like that.
So he's got that good streamline action.
Yeah, that's how they work. Watch your tail on the next one. Oh no.
Is it something she ate?
Well, it's a new room for her, right? So she's looking around. She also feels, because it's long and skinny, this room, there's lots of people over there that she can't see with these lights. So she feels like she's backed into something. So she's gonna look for me to give her comfort. So that's what the licking's all about. She's all wanting to say, like, am I safe? Am I safe? And now that she feels safe, she wants to play.
You think alligators get a bad rap?
They do. Any animal that sort of looks, that doesn't have the cuddly face. You know, you find we have that instant, what's going on? Obviously, we're growing up with these dinosaur looks, and anything the prehistoric look kind of makes us think, ooh, it's icky, it's gross, it's, you know, we sort of watch our dinosaur movies and think that, oh, they're all eating just chunks of meat.
Right.
But generally speaking, you know, these guys live amongst so many people, and it's so rare to hear of attacks. I mean, they happen, of course.
He just seems so mellow right now. This is
animals. You know, it's one of our general missions why we do things like this. We try and teach kids and adults of all ages that, hey, most animals don't want to hurt you.
But this is Dave Salmoni. He was here today to talk to us about Monster Week on Animal Planet. And I'm a big fan, and I want to say thank you for bringing all the animals.
And an old friend. We've been friends for so many years.
I know.
Thanks for having me on.
Anytime. Thanks for coming.
Monster Week, Animal Planet goes right up to May 25th. The final episode is my favorite. It's a River Monsters episode, 2-hour special. So that's the one I really
River Monsters.
Can't miss.
Another friend of the Daily News,
Yes,
Jeremy Wade. Great.
One of the best guys in TV.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for coming. It's good to see you, and thanks again.
Great.
Thanks.